Alrighty. This is VCR with Coco Event Group.
Hi, my name is T Ngo. I'm a photographer here in Denver, Colorado.
When did you get into photography? When did that passion progress?
I first started photography in 2017. One of my friends in high school threw a camera at me and was like, "Oh, let's do a photo shoot." And I said, "Oh, like, I don't really know how to use a camera, but like, I'll do my best." So, like, photo shoot was really fun, and even like, all since then, I borrowed everyone's camera that I could and like learned everything about photography ever since then. So
Nice.
I didn't really get serious until like 2020 maybe. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like 4 years or almost 5 years now?
yeah, almost 5 years.
Awesome. Are you self-taught then?
Yeah, basically all self-taught. But self-taught, like, you just learn everything from YouTube. So,
Yeah. YouTube's a great resource.
yeah, YouTube University, you know. So
You specialize in portraits?
yeah, I mostly do portraits, but I like to utilize like a little bit of architecture with my portraits as well. So I do a lot of like wide-angle stuff that I've seen. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate your last post of that building we were just talking about in New York. Just because I struggle with like far away, I'm always like super close to the model and stuff. So I have a huge appreciation for people that shoot
Yeah, I appreciate
like that.
it. Yeah.
Nani,
Hello.
come here. In this next year, how do you want to progress as a photographer?
In this next year, actually, as a photographer, like after a couple years of doing it, like I see a lot of freelance photographers like doing great out here in terms of like family portraits and stuff, but that's not quite what I want to do.
Yeah.
So in photography, I'll probably keep that more as a hobby, but in the next, like, we'll say my 5-year plan. My 5-year plan is to go all in on fashion and do photo editing in New York. So try to get a job out there and see what I can accomplish. So yeah.
Sweet. And that's what you're doing right now as a job too, right? Like photo editing, but not quite like what you want.
Yeah. So I've had a couple of jobs in terms of photo editing. My first job was a corporate job that was in real estate photo editing. So I learned a lot there. And then my next job after that was at a photo studio, and that was mostly portraits.
Okay.
So yeah.
Sweet. How do you view the Colorado creative scene?
Yeah. It's the creative scene here is like a bit sparse, but I like can't really put that blame on like the creatives. I think it's just really hard to create a community out of nowhere. There's like a couple photo groups, or one photo group I knew of before, the Coco Event Group, and so lately they haven't done like a meetup probably in the past year.
Yeah.
Just because the main photographers that run it are like super busy. But yeah, like it's really hard, but I think it's a long grind to really get to like a photo group that is consistent, like really pushes out content on the daily type thing, compared to like what I see in like California and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, it's a hard grind.
How do you think we could all collectively improve the creative scene here?
That's a big question.
Yeah.
Take a second to think about that. So I think to really help get the creative group going here in Denver is to like not only do like meetups and like have fun and like create content that way, but I also think like pushing the boundaries and like going all in and finding success in your own creative styles too. So like if you do videography, like finding success in your own business first, and then like once you do that, then you'll have even more to offer when you meet up with other people and like create content and stuff.
Yeah. So probably like more workshops, people that are like knowledgeable and like have ran their business for a while would be like helpful.
Yeah, I think just like passing knowledge down to others really is. So like there's one photographer here, his name is Dustin. He's like, I don't think he's like famous, but he's pretty well known here in Denver.
I think I've heard of him.
Yeah, Dustin Moon. I don't know him too well, but he was one of the people in the previous photo groups. It's called Sunday Night Meets, if you haven't heard. But he and another photographer named Ian ran that group, and like Dustin occasionally like ran photo workshops when he could. Like those were big successes. Like there's so many people that showed up, and like I'm not sure if like May did that free or not, but I can't quite remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, like things like that, and passing down the knowledge, and you know, I feel like he was only able to do that because he found success in his own freelancing journey too. Because he started out just like anybody else here, like doing freelancing, really trying to put in the work and do photo shoots all the time. So yeah.
What are your core values, and how does that apply to your photography?
Yeah, it's funny. Core values. I guess I have to think about this one too.
Yeah, it's funny. A lot of people struggle with this.
Yeah, because what do you value, right? A lot of people say like they don't quite value like the numbers on like Instagram and stuff too, but like low key they really do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's like kind of what we all want is success and like trying to make money off Instagram. I get like brand deals and things like that, but yeah, it's like really hard to like low key not want that, but like do at the same time. But
yeah.
Anyways, back to the question.
No, and that can really mess with your head. I've had to like turn off my lights so I don't see a like photo performing really poorly. But yeah, we do care about it at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's what everybody wants, right? For me, I just keep my lights on. I'm like, if it flops, it flops.
Yeah.
You know? If I'm speaking to the void, then I'm speaking to the void. So like, what I value most in my photography and what I do is just like the expression of just myself. And I feel like as an artist, like that should be your number one priority, like all the time. Because even though like you may not see the numbers on Instagram or whatever platform, YouTube, you name it, not do well, like I feel like those posts don't really do that well for a reason, because it's like, oh, am I really putting all of my creativity in this? Am I really pushing the bounds of how I can be as an artist? And so, yeah, like that's probably like the number one thing I value, and I'm constantly trying to push the boundaries. So, yeah, there's a lot of things that come with that too, like redefining success, because maybe you weren't successful in like getting, I don't know, 1,000 likes on your post, but maybe like your post like got someone to be like share and say, oh, like, you know, my friend wants a photo shoot with you, you know, like that's more money than you could have asked for by posting it to the void anyways.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out, but it's a long journey. I feel like art's a lifetime kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
I've been at it for like 11 years now.
dang.
So,
Respect.
and you know, this is my first year going full time, and I had just saved enough money to, you know, quit a 9-to-5, but I still didn't have like clients straight out the door. So it's just this pursuit that I'm like, I don't know, laser focused on, but it's a hard balance. You can't just like put all your eggs into one basket, kind of.
No, but I respect that. I mean, how many people can say that they went all in on something and tried their best to make it work, you know?
Yeah.
So, because I'm sure a lot of people out there regret, like, oh, I should have done this during this time, but now the time's too late. But we could, you know.
Definitely. If you could give advice to our younger generation that wants to pursue creativity in their future as adults, what would it be?
Yeah, honestly, like, slowly, like, say, like, you discover your passion in high school or something, or even if you discover your passion even later, even after college or whatever, what I say is, like, slowly, like, over time, just, like, invest a little bit more time into it, like, every day, like, I don't know, 30 minutes to an hour, you know, say if it's, like, drawing, like, you know, challenge yourself to draw something, and from there, like, if the passion still, like, sustains and grows even after a year, and say, like, you really thrive off improving, see how far you've gotten, then like I feel like I'd give it a good amount of time before you should go all in and like really try to, I guess, like how do I say this, really invest a lot more resources into creativity. So,
Definitely.
but yeah, if out the gate you already know like this is art is what I want to do for life, then you know, honestly, just take the leap.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, it takes like whatever. I read this one quote that it takes like 10,000 hours or something around that.
like the Malcolm Gladwell 10,000 hours.
Yeah, to master something.
Mhm.
I think I've put that in.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't call myself a master. I'm just saying that I've spent like a lot of time on photography and edits.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I have a little caveat with that quote because for me, even after 10,000 hours, there's still like so much more you can learn, especially in art.
Oh,
There's,
yeah.
I feel like there's like no ceiling to art. Like, say you're an illustrator, and you see, and you think your work is good, but it's maybe there's one artist you've never even heard of that like doesn't even show their stuff on like online, and you see their work and you're like, holy shoot, like I'm not even close to the level that this person is. So yeah, like I feel like even with 10,000 hours, even if you may have mastered something, I feel like there's always like something to learn.
Yeah, and like room for inspiration and
Yeah.
like, ways to do things differently.
Exactly, and to pull the inspiration from them and incorporate it too.
Honestly, this year has been the most inspiring for me. Meeting people part of Coco and stuff like that, because I've never had a supportive community really. So it's really cool to see how like Yanni's style is or Paula's style is, because we're all so different, and it's cool to learn off of each other. So that's been really rewarding this year.
Oh yeah, for sure. And shout outs to Yanni because I haven't seen a photographer in Denver where I'm like, holy shoot, like their work goes crazy. So,
Yeah.
It really inspires me.
She's crazy.
For sure.
But my last question would be, what is the biggest challenge that you've come across personally in this pursuit of both photography and editing?
Yeah. Start off in photography, and I'll keep the photo editing separate as well. In photography, the hardest thing is like really trying to find new ways to make portraits that someone hasn't done before. So yeah, that's probably like the hardest thing because like I see a lot of photographers on like Instagram and stuff, and like they like are freaking like lighting gods, and I'm like, man, like how am I supposed to do that?
Yeah.
But, you know, the biggest challenge is probably budget, and like you have to remember that these people are working with like teams, you know, teams and teams of people, but I'm just by myself. So what can I create by myself? So the biggest challenge is like not comparing myself to people who have like $10,000 budgets just for one photo shoot.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then in photo editing, the first challenge in photo editing is finding inspiration to like edit photos in ways that are creative, you know, finding inspiration to really like, I don't know, do composites that someone has never seen before, or anything along those lines.
Yeah, to like play with the picture and have fun with it, but to not take it too far either, because I've done that.
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, I don't even think anything's too far. Like as long as it's cohesive enough and like there's a clear focus, then it's fine. You can add as many things as you want into it, you know. So as long as it's very intentional with it. So yeah. That's what I'd say.
Something I've been doing just starting this year, because I've gotten pretty good at like drawing on Procreate and stuff.
Yeah.
I like to add digital art behind my subjects, so that's been a fun new thing to like, I don't know, play with, because it can get kind of bland for me if it's just, I don't know, a simple photo shoot. So I like to add a little, I don't know, VCR flair.
Yeah. I like that. I have a question for you. I guess like, how has your journey been so far into diving full time in art?
It's a challenge for sure, and probably the hardest thing I've ever, what is it called, attempted. But I'm so much happier. Like, my mental health has improved a whole lot. And like I told you, 4 years back, losing a friend, I had lost like a really disgusting amount of weight just because I didn't have an appetite. So this year I'm in a healthy relationship. I'm eating more, which is good, and gaining that weight back, but also not having a toxic workplace has like liberated me creatively, and that's all I could really ask for. I'm not really, I want to make money, a lot of money, right?
Right.
But that's not what's most important to me. It's just that I feel free and like I can pay my simple bills, and as long as I'm able to create, then that's what makes me happy.
Love that. Awesome.
Well, thank you guys for watching, and thank you for being on the podcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Really appreciate it.
Like and subscribe. Bye, y'all.